What's good, YouTube? That wasn't very good.
What's good, YouTube?
Oh my gosh. We are using John's setup today because I broke into his house. And today I want to talk about a couple different things in the market watches. I don't do market watches very often, if ever. But the main thing that I want to talk about in this particular video is that this is on TCG Player right now. We have it organized by the top seller or the best selling cards, not necessarily the most expensive cards. And at the very top of the list, we have Lunalight Chick and Lunalight Fox. Now, if you remember, these cards are imports from the OCG, and they are cards that were highly sought after. But more importantly, these cards are from the Dimension box. Well, I don't know if it's from the limited edition, but it's from the Dimension box. And if you remember, there's another card in this box, and pretty much all these cards have been imported to the TCG at this point, except for we still do not have Fight for Frickin' Patchwork. That's like, I'm sure there's like some other cards in this set that are not quite imported yet, although looking at them, because I know like the ninjas are in there, all of the alternate arts for the dragons are in there, and those are like the cover cards of this box. All of these are in the TCG, except for Patchwork. So maybe that's implying Konami has burned through every card in this set, so they're going to finally give us Patchwork in the next main set as an import. But overall, I'm just like really pissed, because I think what this shows is that Konami knows these cards are going to sell well. Lunalight players have been asking for these cards just as long, if not longer, than Fight for players have been asking for Fight for Patchwork. And it's not surprising, because they both sort of do the same thing in their respective decks, in that the Fight for Patchwork and these Lunalight cards just take the deck to that next level. And I think it's finally freaking time for us to get Patchwork.
Doug, you gotta be careful with this power. You're telling people on a market watch that Fight Furs might be coming. You know what happens with that power, Doug? They're gonna be buying out all the Fuffle stuff again. You remember how high Sheep was when people had hopes? It was like $12. What were people doing?
That's true. Yeah, I got just like 5 Fusion Forcer boxes that I'm trying to get rid of. Jeez, no. But maybe someday, I keep saying it like every set, like maybe this will be the one that we get Fight for Patchwork. But now that we've gotten the Lunalights, which I would have thought would have been in the Patchwork set, like these should have been together. There's no reason that they weren't. It's just, I'm just continuously salty that we have not gotten Fight for Patchwork. It is just absolutely insane. And Konami's been trying to apologize to me, right? So we have like Ultimate Rare Brilliant Fusion. That was like an apology to me. And then we get like the Brilliant Abyss Link Monster, which is like an apology to me because it's good in like Sky Scourge, Fuffle BA, as well as regular BA. Those were like apologies to me. But Konami, just like stop kidding around.
I feel like every time I mention Patchwork in anything, people brought up these two cards as another example of the fan base getting screwed, and now it's just you and your Patchwork all along.
No, if you go through like my old Patchwork videos, like all the comments are like, well, you're like bitching about this, but Lunalight players don't have their cards. Well, now you do, and I don't. So.
Welcome to demonetization.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So anyway, can Konami just give us these cards? So these are the top selling cards. I can briefly go over the next two, which are also kind of surprising. Number 41, Baguska, is actually one of the best generic rank 4s right now. It's just incredibly powerful. Basically skips 3 of your opponent's turns for nothing. The fact that it's $2 isn't that unsurprising. We were kind of talking about it beforehand because it is like the first day of the set being released. So I don't know if we can really look at that. But even still, like, it's the 3rd most selling card.
Yeah, as like a 1 to 2 of max, it's really odd that many quantity are just flying off the shelf.
Yeah, it is. And then Hollow Hollow, what a beautiful poem. I was actually going to make a video reading that poem. Maybe I'll still do that. But this card is the number 4 selling.
People just want pages of it.
It's adorable. It really is like one of the better looking promos that we've had for a while. But anyway, what is the real market watch? How do we do these? The other thing we wanted to talk about as far as Lunalights, I don't know why I'm saying we. I'm talking about this. Lunalight Panther Dancer was the only Lunalight card that wasn't reprinted in the Megatins. So the fact that it's like $2 might not look like a lot, but look at the next most expensive card is 15 cents. So the fact that there's one card that's $2 and the fact that Lunalights are incredibly popular right now means that this card could potentially go up. Certainly the fact that it is $2 after all this time, after the deck being basically trash, no offense, it is a little surprising this card is so expensive, although it is an integral part of that strategy, and it wasn't reprinted, and it probably I mean, at this point, there's nothing that it really could be reprinted.
It actually used to be worth way more. And on top of it, it being not in the Mega Tins can actually mean something when such a high quantity of another card's flying off the shelf.
Absolutely.
So it actually could go up from there.
It could be. I mean, it's not a secret rare, so it's not going to be quite like Cliffort Monolith, but it is sort of in the same camp. It's more going to be like Rubik from Burning Abyss, because that card wasn't reprinted in the Megatins, and then when Burning Abyss got more popular, it rose in price. So if Lunalights get more popular, which I think they are going to get more popular, or they currently are more popular than they have been in the past, this card could definitely go up. But anyway, the other thing that I want to talk about is Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus. Well, with a caveat, because I want to talk about just old Ultimate Rares in general. So Ultimate Rares obviously aren't in main sets anymore, but they used to be not only in every set, but there was a period of time where every single rare, super rare, ultra rare came as Ultimate Rare, and that was cool because it was actually kind of like the Pokemon style of things, where every card has a possibility of becoming a holographic card. But a lot of these cards are just insanely expensive. So I know it only says $16, but we were having trouble finding any of the like near mint first ed copies. There's actually none on TCG Player that are near mint first eds, and the unlimited near mint ones are like $30. Hop over to eBay here, and I think we have none of these are. They're all lightly played. So it's like, hold on to your old Ultimate Rares because they really shoot up in price. And I think what's possibly even a better example is the Cyberdark cards. Obviously, the Crystal Beast cards jumped up in price because of the new Rainbow Dragon card that was released. But the Cyber Dragon cards all jumped in price because of the recent rares that were released. Cannon, Claw, and then Inferno are all very powerful. But I mean, you look at these, and this is just...
They're ridiculous prices for something that never saw any kind of even non-meta play. I haven't seen these at the back tables of locals even.
Like, and I was trying to play this deck and it just wasn't good enough. Or like Cyberdark Impact is like $40 and it's not even a 3 of in that deck. It's just like, how do you even...
To be fair, the Tactical Evolution secrets have always been a lot through history, like the Naga. Like the secrets from Tactical Evolution, and I think Gladiator Assault all had a really high price point for a long time. So it was kind of already at 18 before there was any sort of hype towards it.
Well, riddle me this. Why is the DT version 25? This is actually funny, because when I was going to build Cyberdarks, this card was only $10, the DT one.
Yeah, it's
and now
just
it's $25. That was only like a couple months. Like, people want to play this deck. People want to play Lunalights. People want to play Crystal Beast. These legacy cards, you know, if you just have them sitting around, I mean, they shoot up in value.
Something important about Impact down here is that it's from DT5. If you remember, Konami clearance DT 1 through 4. That's why so many Trishas ran around. So DT5 actually never got clearance, so that's part of why it's still so expensive.
And these are the only 2 printings of it. We actually have, can you guys see this? We have it's probably knocking me out of focus. We have a misprint Cyberdark Horn there, first set. That's going to be some big bucks. Although, I think it's just because these are damaged or something. Because it is kind of interesting to me that Cyberdark Edge, Keel, and Horn have such a big discrepancy in how much they cost. Yeah, because 20, 18 to 20, but you look up at like Edge, and it's like
ridiculous,
$40. Yeah. Like Edge isn't even the... I guess Edge is the best one. All right, Edge is the best one. That's why it's in there. I guess. Well, it's like they all like suck because like it's attacking directly or doing like I guess Keel's. Like,
we're only used to Edge from our comment sections.
Jeez. But all these cards are fucking expensive. Cyberdark Dragon as well. Why the fuck is this card $90? Like
demonetized.
Yeah, don't say the F word. You get demonetized. But these are even like this card has no business being $90 or $80, I should say.
Near mint 93.
That's just insane. So these cards, well, Cyberdark Dragon and Cyberdark Impact were always like kind of expensive, but they never were like this expensive. And I think the lesson here is that any of those sets that had pretty much every card, for a while it was rares through ultras, and then it just became the supers and ultras. At that point, all those cards were ultimate rares. If you do have those sitting around, for sure, save them. And then wait for them to get legacy support, because Konami's really good at legacy support. And, I mean, eventually, who would have thought Cyberdarks were going to get new cards? Definitely not me. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you, John, for letting me break into your house.
You did all right besides the What's Good YouTube.
Besides the What's Good YouTube. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.